Hi everyone, Candy Marshall here with Simply Vegas. I am just doing a quick video to send out to you. I've been getting a lot of calls and people asking, hey, what's going to happen this coming year in the housing market? We just went through a quite an exciting time last year with home prices and competing offers, and home prices shot up significantly. I think it was probably close to 24%, something like that. So yes, there are changes on the horizon. I was telling a lot of people about that, 5 months ago. Hey, the market's going to change. It's going to change. It's not sustainable the way that it is. Rise in home prices the way that it has. I'm speaking for, Las Vegas specifically, but they have gone up nationwide also. But for, our city here, the current right now, because this is January 2022, the current median list price, not sold price, but the listed price for resale homes is sitting at about $460,000. A year ago this time it was floating right around $390,000. So it's quite a bit. The median sales price, now this is recorded sales for resale homes, in December, which was just last month, was $425,000. Okay, so where will the median sold price be for January? We don't know because the month isn't over yet. List price does not mean recorded sales price because you've got many things that play into that. Okay, negotiations between contracts, appraisals, etc., etc. What is the things that drove the prices up? Two things: supply and demand and low interest rates. So it gives this perception that the housing market is booming. Well, it's not that the housing market was booming per se. The buyer demand is there, but when you have a market that is in dire need of inventory to meet that demand, it gives that perception that that everything's booming, because that's what's driving the prices up. So when you have way more buyers and not enough homes listed for sale, you get into those bidding wars, and that's what ultimately drives the prices up. Last year we had a huge increase. Okay, that is great for sellers on one hand, but on the other hand, it's not so great for sellers, because here's the catch-22. I've got people, Candy, I'd love to put my house on the market, but if I do that, I know I'll sell my house tomorrow, okay? But where am I going to move? What am I going to buy? Okay, so that strangleholds the market. It creates a bottleneck where there's a lot of sellers that are pushed into sitting on the fence, because otherwise they would end up without a place to live. So it's not healthy when the market is doing that. A healthy market is considered a balanced market, and that is when there is equal negotiating power between buyers and sellers, where when the pendulum swings too far one way or the other way, we get these imbalances, and then it creates these kind of market kind of bubbles and things like this, and ultimately there's going to be a correction. Okay, so correction doesn't always mean home prices are going to come down. I mean, there's a lot of things that play into that: the economics, household income, a lot of things that play into that. But what is going to help the market is the interest rates going up. And that has been happening the last few months. In fact, I think in November we were like right around 3.08. As of mid-January, we're up to 3.54% interest rates. Interest rates are still really low, okay? Interest rates going up is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, okay? It's going to bring some stability to the market. It'll bring some stability to the prices. Unfortunately, there will be buyers that are going to be priced out of the market, but that was happening already anyway because the home prices were doing this, okay? So a lot of people got pushed out of the market. So when the buying pool starts to shrink, okay, and it will, okay, because it's going to be less purchasing power, that is going to make the days on the market grow, okay? And when the days on the market increase, more homes end up being on the market, okay? And eventually, depending on where everything lands, this year, interest rates they're saying could go, 3.75, maybe 4%, okay? That is going to change the market significantly compared to last year. Okay, so here's another thing that you have to think about and you consider, okay? Other things that affect the market. And what I was telling people last year, I'm like, look, it's not sustainable. These home prices can't just keep going up like that. It's actually not healthy, okay? You have to look at the median household income, okay, which is the combined. The per capita is like for a single person, not a combined household income. So the median household income has actually gone down, okay? In 2019, for Las Vegas, the median household income was being reported at about 65,700 roughly, okay? That's a combined household income. Per capita income is about half of that, okay? The median household income currently that was reported, I think through 2021 or 2021 November, December, it actually had dropped for Las Vegas down to 60,300 roughly, okay? That's gross. Now you take that gross income, okay, and what comes off of that immediately? 25-30% in taxes. Then after that, you have all your cost of living. Okay, all the cost of living, everything has gone up. So your debt to income, okay, shrinks, has shrunk. Okay, so income has gone down a bit. Cost of living has gone up, and housing has done this. Okay, that's not sustainable. Okay, so something in that dynamic has to break. Either income comes up to meet that, or there's downward pressure on this to where it can be more affordable for people. And as we know, rents have also gone through the roof also. So it's going to be an interesting year in 2022. So I would say if you're a buyer, the best thing to do is save your money. Save, okay, and be patient, okay? It's easier for a buyer to navigate the waters when there is enough inventory and buyers don't get into this competing bidding war dynamic, because at the end of the day, whoever's got the most money and can make the most creative offer that's most lucrative to the seller is the buyer that's going to win out every time. As for sellers, if you're in a situation where you can sell, because if you're relocating to another state or anything like that, now's the time to do it. Because nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody can say indefinite, absolutely in 6 months or a year now, this is where the market's going to be. But the market hasn't been healthy. It's been exciting, but I would not call it healthy because it's not been a balanced market. Okay, it hasn't been an even playing field between buyers and sellers. And when sellers are in a position where they can't sell because there's no inventory, and buyers can't buy because there's no inventory, that's not healthy. Okay, so 2022, I think we'll start seeing some corrections to those dynamics. But if you know anybody that's got questions, and you want to pick my brain, feel free to call me anytime. I've been in the business for years. I just celebrated my 1 year with Simply Vegas. Prior to that, I was with Remax forever. 15, 16 years, I think. But anyway, I'm always here to help. If you got questions, you got concerns, you're thinking about buying, you're thinking about selling, and just need to know and have help to navigate through that, just give me a call. My consultations are always free. I'm happy to sit down with you, have lunch, meet together. We can talk on the phone. But at any rate, I just wanted to put this out there because I'm getting a lot of calls and a lot of questions. So hopefully this helps you. It is January 2022, so happy new year, and let's see what happens. And I'm here if you need me. Talk to you soon.